Hey, what's going on? My name's Coach Lee Hopkins. My pronouns are he, him, his, and you're listening to the Patterns of Possibility podcast. This is a podcast dedicated to helping you replace harmful patterns with new possibilities. In each episode, we'll explore topics that inspire you to be yourself, live your truth, and make lasting friendships. In this episode, I'm going to share with you something that everybody wants, everybody needs, but somehow they don't know how to get it. I'm talking about trust. Are you ready? Let's go. Many of my clients state that they aren't able to be themselves with others. Do you know that feeling? I know it myself. One client says that they want to have fun and they want to feel supported, and they also want to be able to support other people. Another one expressed how they felt distanced from a person who they should feel comfortable with. You know that feeling? I know that. It was like most of my relationships and my friendships as well. You see, both of my clients that I was talking to were friendly, they were outgoing, they were thoughtful, but they still felt isolated. The problem is, like the problem was for me, is that they weren't willing to trust. Now, trust is not just for keeping secrets. Having trust in someone means that you allow them to see the, quote, real you. You share your real thoughts, opinions, quirks, and anything else that is authentically you. You do this because you know that you can trust that they won't belittle you. They won't blame you. They won't hurt you in any way. Whether we recognize it or not, we all want that trust. Without trust, you are sure to become lonely. You'll end up pushing others away because, well, without having this trust, you'll become afraid that anyone and everyone's going to hurt you, so you'll close yourself off. Now, it's right of you not to trust just everyone here and there. It's right. Don't do that. It leaves you open to become a target for those who would take advantage. But how do you establish trust with new people? Well, here are a few tips. The first one, remember that you have to be trustworthy to be trusted. Make space for another person to show who they are without judgment. For example, if you have to deliver some unsavory news or an opinion on a delicate topic, be honest without being hurtful. The second way, number 2, teach people what trust looks like for you. Take a moment to reflect on what makes you feel safe. Because sometimes others don't know what's going to make us feel safe and supported and comfortable. If you have an idea of what you need from them, you've got to share it. You've got to tell them. Think about it. What can someone do for you that shows trustworthiness? Give it a try. I'll be right back with the Answer Reddit friendship advice question. This episode's friendship advice question is, my friend is really weird around me now, but claims nothing is wrong. What can I do? They go on to say, I loved her, and she always said she loved me until about 2 weeks ago. Literally, nothing happened between us. She just started being rude. We had a friend group, and everyone else in that group was always the same around me. I asked both her and everyone in the group if something was wrong, and they said they had no idea what I was talking about, but something is definitely wrong. Now, they always hang out with me, and when I try to talk to my former best friend, it's just awkward. I don't even know what to say around her anymore because she always usually puts her headphones on and walks away when I go near her. I don't know where to go from here. I've asked her twice if something was wrong, and both times she said nothing was wrong, and she claims she isn't acting any differently, but she totally is. She was the kind of person who would hug me just because she felt like it, and she invited me to do things with her. I miss her. Ouch. Ouch. That hurts me reading that. I chose this one for this episode about trust, though, because it seems like there is a huge barrier of trust that appeared out of nowhere. And I'm on the outside looking in, but things like this don't just happen out of the blue. It may not have anything to do with the Redditor who posted this, but something has definitely changed on his end. Something, her attitude, her behavior, her actions have changed, and he has noticed. And it doesn't seem like anyone else is validating his experience or their experience. I don't know if they are male, female, non-binary, or whatnot. They didn't mention. But wow, they're having a difficult time trying to understand the situation. And like I said, I believe that there's an element of trust that is missing from this. There's trust missing from the fact that the person who changed, the girl, the woman who changed, isn't sharing their truth. They're not sharing why. They're not sharing what happened. They'd rather deny it. They'd rather sweep it under a rug. They'd rather ignore it and hope that it goes away. I firmly believe that there's a reason for that. And it could be because they're afraid that their truth isn't going to be well received and they're better off just lying about it. But also, I'm a bit curious about what happened in the connection with them. Like, I understand that the person, the Redditor who posted this, is searching for truth and understanding. But in order to make it a little safer to get the truth out, because again, I think that the person, let's just call them A, who changed, they changed, they're uncomfortable with sharing their truth because the atmosphere is not conducive of them. They may be afraid that the Redditor who posted this is going to react in a way that's unsavory and maybe a bit hurtful. They don't want that. So the Redditor who wants the truth has to do the best that they can to make a space safe and comfortable enough for them to share their truth. And I know several times throughout this post, they have asked the question, hey, is there something wrong? Is there something wrong? I don't recommend that we ask questions like that because those are what I call setup questions. The poster clearly believes that there's something wrong. What you want to do is not allow them to be set up with an answer. Like, they have to answer the question and then they say, this is wrong. No. Actually, what you want to do as the poster is bring your truth to the table. You want to be vulnerable first and sharing the fact that this is what you noticed. These are some behaviors that you've noticed and your true feelings about it. So I have noticed that you no longer hug me. I noticed that you no longer talk to me. I've noticed that you put your headphones on and walk away from me. And it makes me sad. And that's it. Leave them to respond. Because if they are your friend, that's reassurance that they are really your friend, that you really can be vulnerable with them. Because that is you pouring out your heart to someone who has the potential to hurt you. And that's what you're asking them to do when you ask that setup question. You ask the question, is something wrong? There clearly is something wrong. And there's a reason why they're not telling you. The reason why they're not telling you is likely that they're not feeling safe in your presence, or they don't trust that you are going to handle the information well. What you want to do is do your best to make this comfortable situation in which you can handle the information they're going to give you well. Because they may say it's all about you and there's something that you have done. So I'd also ask you, Redditor, poster, to look at your own behaviors and think of, is there something that could have happened? Because there are two people in this situation, and it could be that something outside of their world completely changed, outside of your world with them completely changed, and they no longer want to connect with you. But I believe that you may be a bigger piece than you realize. You may be a bigger part of the disconnection than you realize. Go look for that and see if that's true. If you can't find anything, then try sharing your truth with them. Tell them how you feel, what you've noticed, and how you feel, and what you wish that would happen. You know? Say, I know that you didn't ask me to answer your question, but I thank you so much for posting it. I really hope this helps. Best of luck. My name is Coach Lee Hopkins, and you have been listening to the Patterns of Possibility podcast. You can find me at patternsofpossibility.com and on all social media at Patterns of Possibility. And as always, I want to encourage you to be yourself, live your truth, and there you'll make lasting friendships.